When we look at the research on multiracial individuals, we often find that their experiences are not the same as either single race groups. And so we want to understand that difference and what implications that has for inequality, especially because these multiracial groups are growing. So that means there's more and more people who could experience these kinds of inequality. My name is Mary Campbell, and I'm a visiting scholar at the Russell Sage Foundation. What drew me to thinking about racial boundaries and the ways that racial categories are changing was the big social movement in the late 1990s and early 2000s to increase the ability for people to identify with more than one racial group if they wanted to. Federal statistical data is based on just a couple questions about race and ethnicity, which before the 2000 census didn't let you choose more than one racial category. There was a big push in the late 90s, and that ended up changing the 2000 census and a lot of other surveys that followed after that. I'm working on a collaborative project with Wendy Roth, and the two of us are examining the way that children who grow up in multiracial households are classified by their parents when they're little kids, and then how they self-identify when they are grown. If you come from a family where you could identify as multiracial, but you don't have to, do you choose as an adult to maintain a multiracial identity, or do you pick one race and identify with that once you reach adulthood? We're hoping that it will help complicate the way we think about racial inequality and make visible the experiences of people who don't feel that they neatly fit into the boxes that people usually use, the single race boxes that get the most attention. Better understanding the racial inequality will mean that we can understand the sources and therefore tackle it better. So if what we find is that this does mean that you're having different experiences than people of either single race group, we hope that means that when we're thinking about how to address and reduce inequality, that we also pay attention to the ways that this would affect multiracial groups.